Zenless Zone Zero is about to change forever thanks to one character coming into play. Now, Astra Yao is a new 5-star coming out this next patch, and with that, she is going to pretty much change this entire game's gameplay and how we thought this game worked, just because of one little thing she could do in her kit, is that her ultimate can heal. Now, healing in this game has been pretty much non-existent. I mean, we have never had a healing or like a healer unit. Healing has never been a thing besides like the little cubes you could pick up on the ground once you like finish a fight, or you're kind of clearing out a hollow. Now, Astra Yao changes that. She will be our first 5-star healer. Still, the whole thing about that is that, well, it brings a lot of problems to, mostly for me, I feel, is Shiyu defense. Now, Shiyu defense is pretty much the, whatever 5-star is in rotation will be the best unit for that, right? I mean, that's how these things works. It's like that in Genshin. It's like that in Honkai Star Rail. Again, Shiyu defense, or, Abyss, or whatever, always caters to the limited 5-star. Now, if we're getting a 5-star that can start healing, one, that means that we're going to have no other healers, at least so far. I'm sure down the line we'll get more that are going to be 4-star. There will only be a 5-star healer, which will be Astra Yao. So that means if you do not cough up the polychromes for her, you are not going to have a healer. And knowing how this game is with its Shiyu defense, I would not be surprised if we got new enemies that either did too much damage, so much damage, or actually started going through shields. Because, again, we have plenty of shielders in this game. I mean, we have Seth, we have Ben, I guess, we have Caesar, obviously. I mean, the best shielder in the game. Like, we have plenty of shield units, and though, shield's not maybe super meta, it's still a good thing to have. And since we're going to start having healers now, what's stopping this game from giving these, enemies to start going through shields like how they did with Genshin? So that part can be horrible news for those of you who either rely on shields, or for those of you who maybe aren't the best at dodging or pressing space or whatever. And not only just Shield defense though, but the tower. Now obviously the tower is pretty much set, I'm pretty sure. I don't think the tower can change from 1 to floor 30, or from floor 25. I think past that it could start being random maybe, but even then they could change the tower to have more annoying enemies, or maybe it could change every other patch. It's just there's a lot of limited recycling kind of game modes in this game that kind of refresh every patch or whatever. So if they start bringing in these new enemies that again start doing a shit ton of damage, or just go through shields now, or have some kind of bleeding effect, it could be really tough for those of you who don't get Astra Yao, right? But not only that though, but besides the whole actual changing the game and first healer, she's just nuts too. I mean, again, Zenless has not been really shy of creating overpowered units. I mean, we have Miyabi out right now. I mean, Miyabi is absolutely insane. She can clear content just by herself in a single team, which again is very canon. It's very true to her character. So I'm definitely not disappointed that she's not super OP. However, this means that this game is not afraid to make really strong characters, and kind of showing other characters very slowly or even very rapidly fall off. And so that puts Astra Yao here in this kind of position of her being a must-pull unit. If you care about clearing content, if you care about endgame, if you care about just kind of winning, I guess, getting Astra Yao will be important. Mostly if you run like a ether team, like Zhu Yuan. No, I'm a heavy Zhu Yuan user. So obviously for me, this could be a must-pull, because I need my Zhu Yuan to be meta. I love her. And so with that, but that's just an example though. I mean, even besides that, she can still be an amazing unit, even if you don't have the right element type or whatever. So that's what I'm saying, is that Astra Yao is going to pretty much change this game. This game could be a little rough just because of her being the only 5-star healer. Or maybe that her healing could just be a small little gimmick she has that actually doesn't make too much of a difference, and the game will still keep up with this no healer thing. Which wouldn't really make sense, considering that, again, she can heal teammates. So I feel like if they're going to start introducing this, they should definitely put out a 4-star version of this, just for, Shiyu defense and all that, or just the harder content that require you to actually have multiple teams. But I'm sure that'll be way down the line, so we probably have a couple months to worry about that. And for Astra Yao to kind of find her place in the whole meta, I suppose. The main thing is that Astra Yao is going to bring in a real dark time for Zenless if this does be the case, that everything's going to start having a lot of DPS, or again, go through shields or bleeding or whatever. There's something to where you would need a proc healing. So anyways, that's my little theory and just kind of thoughts on this whole thing. Once I saw that healing like factor she has, I really did just like delve deep and think, wow, this game is going to change differently, because again, Zenless' whole thing was that we never had healers or anything that can heal. So this is a big thing for this game. And if we're going down this route, I believe that there should be more. There should be a 4-star option. And if they're going to start using this now, it's going to be really annoying. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.